In the past 5 years, one of the most shaping things has been second chance that we have been able to really give these girls.
For being a part of this community, it has made me to know that social impact is a very good thing.
When I gave birth and I was in school, my brother told me that you can't keep seeing yourself this way. You need to put yourself in order and tell your story to people.
You know, there's a lot of people that will be like, yes, I stand for girls and this and that. But when you get to the field, do you really stand for girls? Are you really ready for this?
I just remember one of the community members saying to me, "You're teaching girls how to have sex."
It's for the transformative cause.
Just to make the girl child know what she should be doing.
In the past 5 years, one of the most shaping things has been the second chance that we have been able to really give these girls. I've literally watched girls who were pregnant at the age of 13 give birth to their babies, and with the support of Her Voice Foundation, through education and skill, for the first time have the opportunity to return to school. And one of these girls for me is a girl, I wouldn't like to mention her name, but someone who has really been able to gain education. When I first met her, her story was really unique. The first day I met her, she couldn't say a word. She couldn't say a word because her situation was such that she was thrown out of her father's house when she got pregnant, and she was left to society. As a result, she was with this very abusive uncle, and it changed the way her life went. So just living on the street, when we found her, for the first time, we were able to send her back to school. And just watching how today she's top of her class. I mean, she literally comes first position. She holds a position in school, and she's able to do all of the things that she can do now. It's been really changing and fulfilling. I think about girls like Mary. Mary got married at the age of 7 years. Mary was married off at the age of 7 in this harmful cultural practice of money marriage. And when I met Mary now, who is about 18 years, and she narrates her story to me as someone who was married off, and not just married off, but silenced. As a money wife, she became a family wife. And as a family wife, it meant that she didn't have any place in society. She was silenced both by the community, both by her family. And just literally watching Mary go from that very silenced girl who has never been to school before, who doesn't have a chance at life, who never have a skill or anything to call her own, to become someone who can take care of herself and her child. Today, Mary owns a business. Watching how giving her a livelihood support through our entrepreneurship training and our business startup kits, to see her own her shop today, it has truly been fulfilling. Mary is just one out of 2,000 plus girls we have reached in the past 5 years. Thanks for your support. Every single story is just so unique, and every single way our impact has reached these girls in the last 5 years is something that's really stood out for me.
My story is, I call it a sad, funny story, because I was being, will I say used, or someone lied to me, making me believe that he was going to give me the whole world. Because I love social activities, I love cultural arts, and he told me that he was going to see me through school, my social lifestyle and everything. I felt very safe in his arms. I was very happy that I have seen someone who make me achieve my dreams, but it didn't end up that way. I got pregnant at a very early age, and I was told I was not going to go to school until I give birth. I was locked up at home for several months, and at my pregnancy journey, I developed severe preeclampsia, which left me with 2 options: the baby dies, or I go into having stroke. So the doctor said I was going to be operated, CS, immediately at 7 months. So the option was that at 7 months, the baby is going to come out small, so premature or anything. But as God could have it, my baby came out in a sizable size. She didn't stay in the incubator, but I had to stay back about a month in the hospital because I needed to recover my body because there's so many damages. When I gave birth and I was in school, my brother told me that you can't keep seeing yourself this way. You need to put yourself in order and tell your story to people. Let people believe that they can have a second chance. And I said, how will I go about this? How do I start? And eventually I saw this flyer online, a volunteer with a voice foundation, and quickly I sent a direct message to the person in charge, and that was Miss Favor Batang. I sent a direct message to her. I told her that I want to share my story. I want everybody to hear my story. And she said, no problem. Okay, you can. And then I think I recorded the message, recorded my voice, my story online and sent it to her. Yeah. So at some point I was kind of shy telling my story. Yeah. I was very shy. Or let's say shy or ashamed of telling my stories to people. But I kept on, she kept on believing in me and said, don't worry, you're fine, you will be fine. There are so many people out there who want to listen to you, who is looking for who to talk to, but through your story, you can help so many young ladies out there who are in your shoes, who are hiding and want to come out. So I volunteered with a Voice Foundation because I decided to empower young women and girls, especially those faced with similar challenges that I faced. As a victim of teenage pregnancy, I know the challenges that comes with teenage pregnancy, the stigmatization, and many other challenges. So I feel very comfortable here with the organization because they match with the same vision.
So in 2020, I dared to contest for President's National Association of Obanliko Students Worldwide. People felt that it was one of a big thing for me to do, like it was very impossible for me to win. I had a lot of comments, I had a lot of mockery talks from people. But then I knew that I might not win, but giving up was something that I knew was a no for me. So I contested and I lost. But I knew that if I stopped, the next girl would feel very scared or challenged to dare the same fate. I needed a platform to not just better myself, but also inspire the next girl. Because if you are conversant with Obanliko, there are certain things that are really very normal. Like in my neighborhood where I stay, out of 10 girls, 8 are teen moms, and that's the norm that we know in my society. One of my neighbors would even tell you that my girls are free girls. They can really do anything that they want to do. So I knew that we were misinformed about life. The perspective that we have in Obanliko, the girls, it's really very different. That's why when you speak and people be like, are you sure you're from Obanliko? Like, you don't speak like the girls there. You don't act like the girls there. So the perspective that we have was really very different from what I knew that was norm. So when I saw the vision and mission of Our Voice Foundation, it aligned with my perspective of life and what I wanted for myself. I started with the Students Balance Academy. So when I joined, I saw that it shaped my life in a certain way, and my goals for myself really changed. I saw that a lot of people needed to know what I knew about life. They were really misinformed, and I knew that if I became a part of this community, I would be able to better the lives of other young girls. Like the team says, changing lives one girl at a time.
And what really stood out for me at Our Voice Foundation here is reality check environment. This is an environment where you don't do the talking, you do the doing. And aside from the talking, there's a lot of people that will be like, yes, I stand for girls and this and that. But when you get to the field, do you really stand for girls? Are you really ready for this? Are you? But here, even if you're not ready, you get ready because you see stories, you see things, and you're like, are this really happening? And that's just what stands out for me. The reality check is top notch. it's real. It's not just fabricated anywhere. It's real.
There was this moment when we, second chance education, where these girls, they came to school with their house outfits, wearables, and they were transformed in no time, like in no time. And they came with their babies in no time. They came, they walk around, being that I was just behind the camera, the first, just the first step she took, like, to climb the stage, and the student cheering her, it was mind-blowing, and I just had to hear my shoulder button, and that's one of the, and I still have those pictures on my archives, and that's, for me, that's one of the most impactful moments for me, being that we're changing lives.
Looking back at the last 5 years, I would say that the vision has really, really strengthened. When we started off, we actually were Campus Babe Initiative for a reason. And I remember that our very, very first project was on campus. It was mentoring girls on campus. We just really wanted to start from that angle of mentorship, of support. But when I took a deep dive down to my community and also the communities in Africa where I know we needed to work, I knew that for the problem that we needed to solve, something needed to change about our strategy, about the vision, and about what we were doing. And so we literally had to take a turn to community mobilizing, to working in communities, to creating change at the level of community. And that's what we've been doing in 5 years. And really the idea behind Second Chance is rooted in the base of those who are the most marginalized. We want to give them a voice. We want to see how girls who do not have a chance at life again have a chance just because we came. And that has been something that has been very evolving about our work and the way we do it and the way we position for it and the way we involve the communities in our work and the way we involve girls in our work. It has just been really, really girl-centered in the last 5 years. And to just see that evolution of Second Chance, of fresh perspective, of innovation, it has just really been mind-blowing.
Looking at what Her Voice does, actually, it's about young girls, teenage moms, and all of that. How am I going to help them? How am I going to contribute my own to helping them in the society and all of that? That is why I decided to volunteer, to see how I can actually put hands and help the organization reach out to these young girls and do a lot. There's a lot the foundation is doing. So that is why I decided to volunteer my skills, volunteer my time, and seeing that this work does not just stop in this small circle, it expands and goes globally.
I think I joined the Voice Foundation for 4 years when it was still Campus Babe Initiative, and the dedication to giving back to the society, not just the society, to the girl child, making sure that they know what they should do in the society. And also even, I think the radio show in collaboration with Unica International Radio Show, every guest we bring to the show every second Thursday has been one eye-opener to another, just to make the girl child know what she should be doing and how she can become what she wants to be. So that is what has been standing out for me for the longest of time.
One thing Her Voice Foundation has taught me, and one thing I have seen being behind the scenes, is you can do anything if you put your mind to it. It might not be easy, it might not be smooth like we always want it to, but you can do anything if you put your mind to it. If you dream it, you can always achieve it. Every day we go out there, it's not easy. Seeing Miss Favor Batang always go out, everybody on deck, she's here, she's there. It inspires me that women can actually do more. Women can be whatever they put their mind to. They can be big, they can be anything if they want it, because it's always not easy on her end. Sometimes she's drained, she's overwhelmed. And then I see how much she just loves up on whatever she's doing, and then it helps everyone around her. It pushes us.
It has made me a better person a very good, like in so many ways. Because before now, I did not really appreciate the importance of collaboration, partnership, teamwork, and society or community engagement. But being a part of this community, it has made me to know that social impact is a very good thing, and that it does not really necessarily mean just getting immediate results, but finding solutions to long-term issues and very complex issues. And this is what we are on about, trying to solve problems, not just the symptoms, but also the barriers and everything. So this has really shaped my life and really helped me to understand that there's so much power in teamwork. There's so much power in dedicating yourself to bettering the lives of other people. So this has made me really appreciate the work that we do here and seeing that there's so much goodness in not just living for yourself, but living for the collective good of the people.
I joined Her Voice 7 months ago, and to be very honest, this feels like home. It's how innovative and inclusive people here are. The structure, the management, every volunteer is involved in everything. So there is engagement for everyone, no matter how big or how small you are. There is a task for you, and everyone is just carried along. So that's what stands out for me. There are times that I volunteer with a group and I just don't know what I'm doing there. There is no task, no one is communicating, just a group of persons are being engaged. Here I am tagged sometimes and I'm told, do this. So this is home for me, and that's one thing that stands out. I think that's what I've been searching for, and I came here 7 months ago, and I'm a testament that this place, we are doing great work.
What stands out for me at Her Voice Foundation is the spirit of excellence, how everything is done in an excellent way, ensuring that all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted. As a follow-up to this, what also stands out for me is the ownership mentality that, that they carry around this organization. Everybody owns it up. There's nothing like I. Everything is we, us. So programs are done collectively with that ownership mentality, putting yourself in the shoes of the beneficiary. So you're imagining how this was supposed to be if you were in their shoes. So you are putting in the effort, you're putting in the commitment, you're ensuring that everything is done accurately and in an excellent manner.
One of the reasons of volunteering with the Voice Foundation is the fact that it's for the transformative cause. When I heard about the vision and the mission of a Voice Foundation, it resonated with what I love doing. I love giving to the society. I love impacting. I love leaving a mark wherever I go, and that's what a Voice Foundation is known for.
1 in 3 girls in Africa are married before the age of 18. This is not statistics. These are futures on hold. We have girls who are pregnant. We have girls who are left after school, left behind by society, disabled, and the statistics just go on and on. But what actually happens is that by the time we have the ripple effects of the consequence of not educating these girls, of not giving them a chance, we're going to see an Africa where girls are very disempowered. In the next 5 years, Her Voice Foundation is all about leveraging the support, the networks, and the systems towards building stronger collaborations to provide second chance opportunities to girls across the continent of Africa. We want to move beyond Nigeria, beyond South Africa, beyond Zimbabwe, where we currently are, to other countries in Africa. We want to be able to expand our program. In the next 5 years, some of the things that we're going to be doing is really about innovating in the work that we are doing, building skill hubs for girls, building real-time solutions for second chance education opportunities, especially using technology to teach girls and leverage learning, to see how technology can be part of literacy and numeracy, how to use technology to help girls to gain education and to also help them to gain digital skills. In the next 5 years, is really collaborating, is really sharing our idea with the world, but also letting the world to see how we are designing opportunities for girls girls and designing solutions for girls. One of the things that really, really excites me about the next 5 years is the fact that we're coming along with a team of young people who are very passionate, but just moving beyond passion, but also very ready to be skilled with the right, tools and the right skill to be able to do the work that we're going to do in the next 5 years. So it just gives me this belief that the next 5 years is going to be greater than the last 5 years. So in 2030, we're going to reach 30 million people, especially 30 million girls. And there's something I call the ripple effect. When we give one girl skill, when we give her education, when we give her a second chance at life, she passes it on to her child, to her community. And I think that's one of the most fulfilling things to see. That ripple effect of change that we've been able to create in girls like Christiancia, who was a money wife and has moved on now to almost, going to school. I know Gloria, who was a money wife, and today she's saving her way to the university. This in itself is success. And I think that it has really been fulfilling to see this level of success we've achieved, and also to see the innovation in our work. The work that we are doing is to me very innovative. The approach of our work, one of the things that stand out for us is the way we use things that are not very fashionable or cultural to create change. For example, last year, in 2024, we put 50 money wives on a runway, a fashion runway. And to see that project and think about it is not something that they would really, they're not used to. They're not used to that kind of empowerment. Empowerment for them just means giving them sewing kits, giving them skills. But for us, we move beyond that to ensuring that even on the inside, they are empowered women. Because it all starts from within. And one of the things our fashion project do is to ensure that girls are able to reflect from inside about how powerful that they are. And from that, begin to reflect outside. I want to say thank you to our partners and sponsors who have been a key player in our work. The work that we have been doing with teenage mothers and at-risk girls is almost impossible without the resource. Both the technical resource, the financial resource, and every donor. It's just so good to see how people reach out to us to say, how can we be part of your work? How can we give? How can we support? And it just so warms our hearts to see that people are part of something that's changing the lives of others. And also, just being a community, the love that we've received from the public in the last 5 years, from people we've never met, we may never see, but you are literally changing the lives of girls across communities. And that really, really makes me to say thank you. You are the reason why, we are able to do all of this. And from my heart, as we mark our 5th anniversary, I just especially want to say thank you. I have a team of dedicated people, and I like to call them my community. So my community is a community where, people are literally giving to not just volunteering or being a part of a team, but giving to changing lives one girl at a time. It's been such a journey where everyone is inclusive, everyone is present, everyone is giving, everyone is sharing. And just to see the love, to see the connection, to see the community, to see what we have been able to do with one girl at a time, I think that sort of changes the way I want to think about the next 5 years.